Is it the end of an era in NXT? It looks like it. Confirmed by Nick Khan, confirmed by almost every wrestling source out there. We're going to see big changes to NXT over the next couple of weeks, and it has to do with getting away from what, quote, indie wrestling and pushing indie stars, focusing more on younger, larger, bigger talent, and going back to a more developmental feel. Think FCW, think NXT from 2013, 2012, back before it was on the WWE network. That's what it's going to do. They're going to change the logo. They're going to change the lighting, change the ring attire. It's going to be completely different. And the NXT that you and I, Trevor, and many wrestling fans out there knew and loved is likely going to be gone. And it's going to be more broken down developmental approach. So my only question is, or my first question rather, is, Trevor, what do you think about the incoming changes? And Nick Khan, by the way, confirmed that these changes are coming, and it's going to be more developmental feel, and they're going to get away from this. What do you think about this, and is this the right move for NXT?
I hate to say this, but I think NXT is sinking. It's going to sink after this. To be honest with you, even though to be fair, there is still some indie feel to development promotions, right? Like because most indies are, a lot of them are developmental promotions. So it's still an indie feel and still like that type of feel to developmental, but like I just don't understand what was the issue with it. Like what's wrong with it? Like you guys started something that AEW took the ball and ran with. Like AEW is a pro wrestling company that a primetime pro wrestling company with indie feels, and NXT was just that, and it was giving guys chances to shine from the indies that you wouldn't see anywhere else, and that's good for wrestling. That's what you do. That's what's good. I mean, there are young guys out there. Look at Dan Housing. Dan Housing, you got Rachel McKay, you got Dak Draper, you got a bunch of guys out there that you can still grab that have still got some youth to them, that it's still helping them. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't really understand where they're coming from with this, but and it's actually kind of frustrating too to see a lot of these young guys won't get their opportunities that they were getting in NXT, and to see NXT taken from what the appeal was. It was single-handedly the best show WWE had for a long time, and now it's being redesigned to this, and it's sad. It's really sad, and it actually pisses me off a little bit.
It should piss you off. It should piss everyone off because it's dumb. Like from a business standpoint, this makes absolutely zero sense. If you because let's be honest, NXT outgrew being a developmental territory a very long time ago.
Exactly.
And that's okay. You know why? Because it became an alternative brand where that actually appealed to your base, your people who want to watch and buy your product, the hardcore wrestling fans 18 to 34. That's who NXT appealed to most. The people who were fans of a lot of these guys on the indies, like Sami Zayn, like Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano, like Neville. All of these guys who were small guys and who were thought, oh, well, they need to get an NXT to get more experience before they're brought up to the main roster. Adam Cole, another guy. All of these guys, they came over to NXT, and what they do? They were the best wrestlers in the company, having some of the best matches in the company, with the best storylines in the company. And you can say the same thing about people who were actually developed by WWE, like Charlotte, like Bayley, like Becky Lynch, who were in NXT. So it outgrew being strictly developmental a long time ago. I think it became more of a hybrid over time of mixing legitimately developmental talent with top indie talent, which is a good thing. And I think that could have still stayed. I just don't get why. Here's an idea, Trevor. If you want to have one legitimate developmental brand, just make another damn show. You already got no one watches 205 Live. Just scrap 205 Live, turn that into NXT Plus or whatever, whatever you want to call it,
NXT
right?
Developmental. Just call it NXT Developmental.
I don't
Just do
care.
that.
Come up with a name. You be $1 million company. Come up with a name. Take that hour time slot that is on or on what's it called?
Okay.
Fucking 205 Live. And main event, by the way, main event is still a show that happens. In case you didn't know, take those two shows. Give it 2 hours and let that be a strictly developmental show, and then you can push these people from developmental to NXT or developmental to Raw or SmackDown, wherever you want to do. Because one thing that you're doing when you're changing NXT is you're fixing something that isn't broken at all. Because what you're gonna take away the thing that provides the best wrestling on your entire like programming, that appeals to the paying audience, the highest paying audience that watches your entire programming. It makes zero business sense. It also, we're going to talk about this later, it's going to piss off USA Network because now NXT is apparently going to be taped. So it's going to piss them off and the ratings are going to decline. No one's going to watch fucking FCW. No one's going to watch NXT from 2012. No one is going to watch that. Like they're doing pretty good numbers. 800,000 viewers a week, or 700 to 800,000 viewers a week. And people who are going to end up buying product, people who are committed to storylines that involve people like Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. It makes no sense to do this. It is dumb. It is bad business. I don't get why they don't just add another show. You do it anyway. You have 80 hours of wrestling a week. Just add another show. Makes no sense.
I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. Like you said, they're taking money out of their pocket. NXT is going to fold. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. It is. And then you're going to lose your big demographic. Because like you said, who's going to watch FCW? Who's going to watch it? No one. Like, no one really watched it before. Like, NXT was a breakthrough. It was something that a lot of people hadn't seen in a long time. It was a ode to old school wrestling at once, and like it was a great feel. And now they're doing this with it, and I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Yeah, not at all. It is. I don't even think we have to try. Like, we don't have to repeat a lot of stuff about it. My thing is, man, it is crazy to think this NXT was on such a it was on such an upward trajectory. It makes no sense that they're changing it. Think of all the moments. Like, I have some pictures here of some moments in NXT history that I think are important. By the way, this moment that basically closed out the NXT era was amazing. This match between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Like, think about everything. The Sami Zayn storyline, the Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, it was the Sasha Banks Bailey match. A lot of B's in WWE. The so many great moments. Tommaso Ciampa and Donnie Gargano, the best feud in one of the best feuds in WWE history, one of the best wrestling feuds of all time.
Some of the best indie wrestlers and wrestlers, period, in one feud.
Most of WWE's 5-star matches over the past 20 years have come where? NXT. Actually, all of them have come in NXT. It's baffling. It is just baffling, and it's just sad. It is sad that people are so blinded by, I don't even know what it is. I don't know whether it's their own ambitions, their own views about what wrestling or what sports entertainment is and isn't. I don't know what it is. All I know is it's wrong, and it's very easy to see it's wrong and bad business. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.